Aries, how are you guys doing? I really hope that this reading finds you well. Welcome to your weekly reading, back with me again, Anisa from the Indonesia. For those of you who are new to my channel, hello, and for those of you who have been here a long time, welcome back. So I don't normally usually do a weekly reading, but seeing that I haven't done, any of your readings for the past few months, so I thought to myself, like, why don't we just do weekly for 2 to 3 weeks, and then after that we'll just go back to our usual, the bi-weekly reading. All right, but before I start, I need to tell you that this is going to be a relationship spread, meaning that you could always apply this with anyone in your life. It could be with your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, exes, crushes, fiancé, family members, anyone. I'm basically just going to be picking up your relationship energy in general. All right, and don't forget to also check your sun, moon, or Venus sign, because for me personally, I realize that with my readings, I resonate much more with my Venus sign rather than my sun sign, but probably because my Venus is in the 8th house. I don't really know, but if it doesn't resonate, then it just doesn't resonate. All right, there's so many amazing, talented tarot readers out there for you to just click and watch. So let's talk now, Aries. Queen of Swords from your partner's side. I still haven't fixed my tripod because I was a screwdriver. I'm trying to find a similar tripod that I usually own, but still I can't seem to find it, so I don't know where to get it. But anyway, let's talk now. What's your overall energy for the night? You have the King of Pentacles, you have the Four of Pentacles in reverse, you have the Princess of Pentacles. What's challenging you? You have the Strength card, and then you also have the Knight of Swords. So you're dealing with somebody who is a little bit of an impatient, and you know why? Because basically your overall energy does not really reflect who you used to be, because you guys are, like the Emperor. You're like the Knight of Wands or the King of Wands, where you're always fiery, where you're always on the go, where you do things based off of your impulses or based off of your emotions. I want this, so I'm going to get it. I want it, I got it type of energy. But the thing is that, especially in this month, starting from last month until this month, like, you really want to be as grounded as possible. You want to be as earthy as possible. You want to make sure that everything that you do in regards to a relationship, you plan it methodologically, because this is what the Princess of Pentacles look like. So Princess of Pentacles is somebody who plans things, who writes something like an offer. Even when you want to write an offer or proposal towards this person, you would want to do it in a methodological manner. So if you have a Taurus placement, I feel like you're relying much more on your Taurus placement because of these things. Because if you want things to be stable, you want things to be slow. Not go with the flow, just slow. I want to see how it goes. I want to be observational this time. I don't want to go into a hasty, impulsive decision making. Like, I just want to do things like really, really slow, which aggravates the person that you're dealing with, because the person that you're dealing with is much more of a Queen of Wands. So this person is more of a fire than you guys are. Doesn't necessarily mean that they might be a fire sign, but they're much more fiery. They want to do it now. They're much more on the go. The Queen of Wands is somebody who's always very, very confident about what is it that I want, very, very assertive. I want this, I want this. And you guys are being, because of this differences, because of your energy being much of a pentaclish and they are much more of a fire, this caused like a lot of headaches. Like, this song by Karina Pasian, I think her name is, like, why can't I love you in slow motion? Take my time. That song, I think it kind of like fits you very, very well, because you just want to have something in slow motion so that you can plan things ahead in a much more earthy ways. You know what I mean? So I'm going to be pulling 5 more cards for the future, and then after that we'll talk. All right, yeah, the Lovers card, Ace of Swords. But it's beautiful though, like, it's going beautifully. It's just that your partner is just having like a little bit of a trust issues, just because of the hiccup that was happening in the past. So if you're a cross watcher and you're forcing Aries to be making a decision, or if you're forcing Aries to be doing something, like, just kind of like be careful, because it's not that they're not in the mood. It's not the fact that they're not in love with you. It's not the fact that they're not committed to you. It's just that they want to be safe. They want to be secure. They want every single decision that they're making is careful. You want clarity, you want closure, you want information. right now Aries is much more like, should I do it or not? Like they're in that decision making process, but it takes them quite slow to be able to reach that decision. You know what I mean? Because this is the challenge. You have the Strength card and you also have the Knight of Swords. So you could be dealing with a Leo, or you could be dealing with an air sign or a Capricorn. Leo there, air sign, Sagittarius, Taurus, Chariot, Cancer, Gemini, I mean any signs. It doesn't really matter. But it's just that different type of energy. You know what I mean? Kenapa ini tiba-tiba ada Three of Wands in reverse lagi? Eight of Swords. Ini kenapa dia pusing? I mean, that's kind of like the theme, because you don't want to be making, so this is why you guys are taking a very, very slow time to, make decisions about something, like your decision making process, because you don't want your past hurt to be repeated. So it could be with the same person, or it could be with another person. So I'm not going to say you're allowing, because this is actually a good energy for you. You know what I mean? Like, as much as, yeah, it's a good energy for you. Like, I need to learn this from you as being a Sagittarius. Like, I need to be much more of an earthy. I need to take things much more slower. And one of the factor why you want to take things slower is because you don't want to get hurt again. And if you're a cross watcher, like, they have like a lot of fears. Aries do have like a lot of fears. That's why they want to take things slow. It's not because they're juggling you. It's not because they're stringing you along or anything, but they just don't want to be making the same mistake or the same hurt that they've experienced in the past. Because in the now, though, the way that I see this, if you're a cross watcher, why am I making this video for cross watchers? This is supposed to be for you. But anyway, if you're a cross watchers, Aries here has a Hierophant card, and they also have the Two of Wands. So in a way that they're pretty committed to you. If you're only dealing with one person, yeah, they're pretty committed to you. I mean, Hierophant, come on. It's a relationship in a conventional way. Two of Wands, they want to get to know you. They want to spend more time together with you. They want to build something from the ground up, working together with you. Yeah? But for some reasons, your partner Aries is feeling like the Queen of Swords right over here. Simply because this is not you. If you're dealing with a new person, they might be looking up, like, how Aries is when they're in love and everything like that. And what they found out on the internet is not exactly what is happening in the now, because right now you guys are not being very much of an Aries. Like, you try to do things in a very, very conventional, methodological approach. So yeah. And you would probably find this person selfish because you see them, they want you to cater to their needs or to their ego. This person is a Queen of Wands and also the Six of Wands. So the Queen of Wands and the Six of Wands, especially in my other deck, which is the Japrise Tarot, this person needs a lot of appreciation. You know what I mean? Like the type of person who, oh my God, you're so great. I really love it when you dress like that. Thank you so much for doing this to me. You're so great. That type of stuff. So you can work this out by understanding exactly what is it that they need. So if they still have trust issues with you, but then it is kind of like quite in conflict with your need for doing stuff in slow motion, you could just kind of like feed off something that they need, which is that appreciation, that the thing that makes them feel good about themselves, if that makes sense. But even with you spending more time together with them, trying to build something from the ground up is enough to make them feel the Six of Wands, or to make them feel victorious, to make them feel like on top of the world, because they feel like the spotlight has been shined on them. But they're still kind of like a little bit impatient, even in the now with the Temperance card in reverse. They needed something from you, like they needed clarity, where this relationship is going, where are we going, what are we, or why did you do what you did in the past, like what is your plan for the future? That type of stuff, which is something that you don't really want to give answers to, because you just want to spend time. Yeah? Just because you want to take things in slow motion. So if you're a cross-watcher, going so strongly and pushing them to be making something like a decision towards you, it's not going to end well. I forgot, did I clarify this one? Wait a minute. Ini kenapa nih Three of Wands in reverse? You need Five of Cups in reverse, Abba. And if you're a cross watcher and you're kind of like tired of how things goes in the now and in the future, you try to retreat back communications, or you're just trying to be vague towards Aries, it's going to, it's not going to work. It's just not going to work. But the thing is that I think like in the future, this person will try to make sense about what is it that you want. For me, like it's safer for you to be communicating that it's not about I don't love you, but I just want to take things slow. You know, I don't want to make any type of hasty decisions or whatever. So that they could understand that, so they could contemplate on that idea, because this person is heavily want you. Like this person really wants you. And it's a very masculine energy in comparison to you. Like you guys are, yeah, and they're like, ooh. You know what I mean? But I feel like even in the future, I think you guys are going to be learning how to enjoy this masculine energy that kind of like keep pushing you to move forward, and you no longer want to be passive. You know what I mean? So I feel like in the future, it's actually going to work really well. But I'm just going to say this to cross watchers: if you are retreating back in order to make Aries contemplate about you, to make them feel guilty in some ways, it's not going to work, because they're going to pull back too. So hi guys, sorry, I just got cut off because my memory space is full. I forgot to actually delete some of the videos that have already transferred to my laptop. But anyway, let's just continue. I think I was rambling too much, but actually the conclusion is just that in the future, this person is going to, they're so denying that there's going to be a mind game involved in it. It's because there is this Queen of Swords and the Ace of Swords and then the Seven of Swords in here. So there's just going to be like a little bit of a mind game, since either this person is going to, you know, distance themselves just a little bit. There's going to be a little bit of a passive aggressions. There's also going to be like probably they're trying to make you jealous by the Seven of Swords and stuff like that. But what's good about this is that by them doing that, yeah, they're also going to be pushed into contemplating your idea about having a relationship that is methodological and slow motion. So in the future, because of the changes that is happening, like you guys no longer, because here's the thing, I think one of the reasons why you really want to have this earthy type of relationship is because you've been imagining inside of your head with the Three of Wands about what a beautiful relationship it's going to be if you take things slow. But I feel like in the future, you're just going to let go of that idea entirely and just enjoy the time that you're spending together, you know, with the Ten of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles. And then you would have a period where you're like the Five of Cups in reverse, meaning that the hurt and the disappointment that you felt in the past, whether it be with the same person or with another person, is no longer going to shadow or going to cloud your relationship in the now. Okay, so it has a beautiful ending here for this week. So it's good. All right, Aries. So I think that's it for my reading. If you're dealing with one person, then what happens if you're dealing with two people? So if you're dealing with two people, person A is somebody who So person A is somebody who you still have hots for, somebody who you offered something, but they've already turned their backs on you because they were going through like a lot of transformation period, and they feel like they just wants to move over. I mean, the Judgment card in here kind of like talks about them praying to God or praying to the universe to be shown a sign to move forward, and you still have hots for them, you still have this deep love for them, and so on and so forth. And then came person B. Person B is much more of a Queen of Wands. They're very much certain about the fact that they want you. This person thinks you're physically hot, or this person thinks that this person thinks that you're either physically hot, or this person thinks that, you know, having you would be something that they're going to be so proud of. You know what I mean? I'm not going to say like you guys are a trophy or whatever, but they just have this belief that if they got you, it's something that they're going to be so proud of because it helps with their self-esteem. Doesn't necessarily mean that they don't love you, but there is one thought attached to it too. So in the now, you're still very much committed towards this person A, the person who turned their backs on you, the person that you have wished you would have a really great either marriage or a long-term commitment with this person. Person A is still Queen of Swords, so this person is still having like a lot of doubts in you and everything like that. And I feel like with person A, you would want to spend more time with this person. You would want to get to know them better. You would want to build something from the ground up together with this person. And I feel like in the future though, I feel like you're going to get over person A for good, because either person A is no longer existence, or you would find that this person is already with somebody else, and then you're going to end up being with person B instead, and then all of your fears, all of your, Five of Cups, you freaking out over person A and everything like that suddenly just disappears out of your life, and you're going to be enjoying one hell of a good time with person B. Person B is somebody who really, really wants you. Like, this has a very, very masculine attached to it. Which sometimes you guys like, whoa, slowly, you know what I mean? But this person does really want you. Okay? So, I think that's it for my reading for you, Aries. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next week for your second weekly reading. All right? Bye-bye. I love you.